You want to start your own dropshipping business but don't know how to? Well, you're in luck because this is the exact right video for you. This is a multi-hour free course video. Yes, I said free. The knowledge within this video is something normally other gurus would charge multiple thousands of dollars for. We'll be covering literally every single important aspect, starting from how to find your winning product, creating a highly converting Shopify dropshipping store, creating enticing and attention-grabbing video ads, setting up and scaling your ads via Facebook, how to place your order, automate your business, and so much more. You'll be able to see specific timestamps on the left of me if you're interested in only particular areas, such as Facebook ads, for example. But I do highly recommend that you watch the entire video to not miss out on any free knowledge given within this video, as it can make or break your business. So I highly recommend you watch it through. And as already mentioned, you'll be receiving everything within this video entirely for free, not charging a single penny for it. And the only thing that I ask for a return is if you could like this video and also subscribe to the channel, and also comment down below if anything is unclear that has been covered within this video. I'll gladly help you out. And a like and subscription would mean a lot to me, as this video did take quite a bit of time to create and also record. So if you could do that for me, that would mean the world to me. And in return, you get this knowledge entirely for free. Real quick, if you're new to my channel, my name is Vilja Stenora. I'm 20 years old. I'm a former professional athlete. I played ice hockey, and I eventually decided to switch towards entrepreneurship, money making online, primarily focused on e-commerce and also dropshipping, from which I've been making a living off for the past 3 years. So I've been doing this for roughly 3 to 3.5 years now. But let's be honest, you don't really care. This is not why you turned on this particular video. You want to find out how to actually start a dropshipping and hopefully make this a full-time income source for you, or even a passive income source, whatever your dreams and goals are with this particular business model. Whether you want to earn a few $1,000s a month additionally, or you want to earn a few $1,000s per day, is up to you and your goals and financial dreams. We really know no limits here. I know there are lots of videos that have explained this concept before, but if you're entirely new, don't worry. I'm going to give you a short, quick rundown, and actually we're going to do it in 30 seconds to keep it interesting. Here's how this business model works. We find an in-demand product at a cheaper rate than it is selling for from an alternative supplier, which in a lot of cases is going to be AliExpress, as they're currently still the biggest provider and supplier out there, but there are many of different suppliers to choose from, and start promoting your product and store to potentially interested customers via paid ads, whether it's Facebook, Google, Pinterest, influencers, or different other ways. And once we get a sale, and only when that happens, then we actually have to order the product from our supplier and he will send it over to our customer. The great thing about this business model is that we need no upfront inventory costs, such as with different business models, as in comparison Amazon FBA, where we would need a few $1,000s to get started with. But in regards to finances, I still recommend you have at least $500+ to get you started properly and to give yourself and also your whole dropshipping career a proper chance. Without any guidance, it's going to be tricky to make a few $100s work if you're working with less than $500. So I do recommend saving up a little bit of extra cash flow to give yourself a proper chance to succeed with this particular business model. Now, it's achievable with less, but it is going to be much, much more tricky. If this video hits 1,200 likes, then I'm going to be giving away this exact store that I'll be creating shortly. And to enter the giveaway is super, super easy. You only have to do 3 simple steps. The first step would be to obviously smash the like button so that the video hits 1,200 likes in the first place, so that the giveaway can actually take place. Beyond that, also subscribe to the channel. And step 3 would be to follow me on Instagram to get updated if you actually won the store. That's how easy it is to enter this giveaway. So do not miss out on the chance, and don't take away the chance from other fellow viewers that would love to have this store. So might as well smash the like button. The first step that we want to do before actually creating our Shopify store and launching our dropshipping business is obviously to find a winning product that we can build our dropshipping business around. And before we actually make this decision, we have to figure out what store type do we actually want to create. And you might be wondering, what store type? How is that relevant? Well, as a whole, there are 3 different store types that we can differentiate with the dropshipping business model. We have a one product store, a niche store, and a general store. What these 3 options mean, that's what we'll talk about right now, and which of them is going to be the best option for you. Now, in my opinion, the best store type is the one product store, but let's talk about first, what is a one product store, what is a niche store, and what is a general store. Now, A niche store in particular has a bunch of different products that are related to one particular core demographic or one particular niche. So that being said, let's say we take a look at this dog store. They're only selling dog appliances and dog products. So that means if a customer actually visits this site, they might be interested in different products on this site. So all the products featured on the Shopify Dropshipping store are related to one theme and one niche. All of them are related in some shape or form and could act as additional upsells or additional products to sell on your Shopify store. On the other hand, we also have a general store, which pretty much is just a random mixture together of hopefully winning and trending dropshipping products, a trend that has been since dropshipping as a business model has started initially, and a lot of gurus tended to recommend these type of dropshipping stores because they were the easiest for beginners. But in my opinion, the general stores aren't as powerful as they used to be in comparison to niche stores and one product stores because they just don't seem as trustworthy. A lot of people have milked these general stores dry, and if anyone had a bad experience with dropshipping stores in the past, there's a high chance one of them has been a general store. And honestly, it's going to be trickier to build a long-lasting brand with a general store. So it's my least favorite, but I'm also a little bit biased in this regard since I've had the best results with niche and also one product stores. So all store types work. In my opinion, just the other two options are going to be better options for you. And for this particular video course and tutorial, we're going to be focusing in on the one product store business model, and that's what we're going to be creating our store around. And the one product store, as it is already in the name, focuses on one single product instead of many different products. And that brings a lot of benefits. Well, first of all, we only have to focus on one single product. That eliminates a lot of different distractions that we would have with either the niche store or the general store, which will lead to, first of all, much quicker store creation. We don't have to focus on optimizing many different product descriptions, and we just have to focus on this one particular dropshipping store, which will lead to much better results since we can focus and perfect our product description with one single product instead of multiple ones. So this also gives us the perfect opportunity to optimize our Shopify store, our product description, our ad creatives, our advertising angles, our marketing angles, whatever we're focusing in on for this particular product, we can really make it good, make it exceptional, which is something that a lot of these general stores lack. They just test the product for a few days, and if it's not working, they abandon it. With the one product store, we can focus on a lot of different aspects and try to make it work for us, which is a fantastic benefit. Beyond that, we can also figure out what our ideal customers are, how we should speak to them, what's the tonality, and what do they want to hear. And once we know that, we know how to optimize our product descriptions and also our creatives to lead to better CTRs, better ad performance, and a better conversion rate. And we also can fight saturation because on the one hand, if we're selling this one particular product, let's even say one of the most known ones, which is going to be a posture corrector, just for example purposes, if 10 different competitors, 10 different stores are scaling this one product and we come in, okay, no one has created a one product store around this and we create a one product store, this puts us in a power position as we're seen as the experts for this particular product, and we look like the inventors, like the go-to brand that created this particular product, and that should automatically increase our conversion rate if you've done everything correctly on the actual store creation side. So that's also a huge benefit to compete with a lot of different competitors in this particular niche. And before we actually start searching for a particular product, we also want to figure out what are we actually looking for, because what's the point of searching endlessly if you don't know what product criteria is actually define and make and lead together to build a winning product. So what should you look out for when searching and evaluating and hopefully finding your winning product? Now, there are tons of different criteria that you could hypothetically look for, but to keep it simple and to help you guys still maintain a good overview, I combined the best ones and the most important ones to look out for when choosing a good winning product in 2021. Number one, it should be a problem-solving product / solve a massive pain point for the particular customer. For this particular explanation, I think it's best if we look at a product example and break down why this particular product was so successful. And for this example, I'm using the bunion corrector. Now, this product is from the health and beauty type of niche, a niche that tends to perform really well. And why did this particular product do well? As you can see, over 15,000, almost 16,000 total orders. This product has been scaled to the moon, and it is still doing strong because it's an evergreen product. People consistently are facing this problem, and the problem is that they might have a bunion, which, be warned, some people might find disgusting. Disgusting! And it actually leads to some health problems. And what this problem offers is, by simply wearing this device, this contraption, this bunion corrector, is that it realigns your toes correctly, which will lead to the customer feeling more attractive, more happy about themselves, and also lead to B, more health benefits. What those are exactly, I can't tell you right now, since I didn't do much market research for this bunion situation, but if you would sell this product, you obviously would. So you can see the desire, the pain point for the customer to fix this particular problem, and we come in as the problem solver for this particular pain point. This is a massive, massive selling factor, but if your product isn't a problem solver, that's not an issue. This is just one of many criteria that you can fill, and it's not the most important one, but if it applies, it can be very, very valuable. Next up is going to be mass market appeal. What do I mean by this? Well, if your product can be scaled to a big audience, and pretty much anyone could be interested in this, like the best example could be a posture corrector. Everyone these days is slouching. Everyone could theoretically improve their posture while sitting at their desk all day looking at their phones. I mean, me obviously included. Therefore, they could benefit from this particular product because the potential market reach is so exceptionally big. That's a huge selling factor for us, because we can continue scaling this particular product and bring in a lot of additional sales that we otherwise couldn't do if we went with a super niched down product. Now, that doesn't mean that smaller niches work. There are some sub mini niches that aren't the biggest ones, but can be insanely profitable as well. Now, somewhat correlating with the audience, if your product doesn't appeal to a massive audience, if it appeals to a passionate audience, that is also a huge factor. Now, what are passionate audiences? Well, these passionate audiences tend to really love what they do or love who they're spending money for, and pretty much can't get enough of it. And some examples for that would be the baby niche. Obviously, parents want to ensure that their baby is healthy, happy, enjoys their life, and with a lot of dropshipping products, the baby products can do exceptionally well. Same thing goes for the pet niche. Same concept applies. A lot of emotions, a lot of love is combined together, and we can create some very emotional heavy ads, which is a huge benefit for us when it comes to advertising, because at the end of the day, people buy with emotion and justify with logic. A little tip of the day for you guys right here. Alternatively, hobby niches like, for example, fishing or music, etc., can also do really well. Now, one particular factor that I think is probably more important than the majority of these are your profit margins. If you decide to sell a product that you can't really profit off, what's the point of doing e-commerce and selling this particular product? So therefore, I always recommend, first things first, if you can't make this product profitable, if there aren't good profit margins, don't sell it. Personally, I don't even sell products for under $20 because the profit margins are too slim, and I would have to sell so many more units than I would have to sell if, for instance, I was selling a $50 to $60 product. Now, that's purely a preference of dropshipping style. You can still sell smaller items, but keep in mind you're gonna have to sell more units if you want to reach higher figures. And another big reason is that I at least like to maintain a $15 to $25 profit margin when selling products on the bare minimum. Obviously, the more the better. And another general rule of thumb is to sell your products for 2 to 3 times your cost of goods. Your cost of goods consists of A, the shipping price of your product, and also B, your product price combined together. And if you can multiply it by 3x and sell it at that particular price point while still managing to get a bunch of sales without this product being too expensive for your customer, that's the sweet spot, that's the ideal product. And this just gives us more room for advertising, more money for you to take home, which is obviously very beneficial for us. Now, the next criteria is to find a product that isn't being scaled too aggressively on Instagram or Facebook. Now, obviously, you don't want to sell a product that every single dropshipper is selling under the moon, and because that will just make your life a lot harder, and then you'll be wondering, if this guy is selling it so well, why can't I sell it? Because think about it, if we have a limited audience size and there are already 10 different dropshippers that have been scaling this product quite aggressively, what's the point of you coming in with the exact same ads, the exact same product description, and selling to the exact same demographic? Now, granted, if you spice things up and improve your product description, your advertising, your creatives, have some custom content, then there's a high chance that you can succeed and compete for this market share. But if everyone's doing the same thing and you end up doing the same thing as well, you're not going to succeed. On the other hand, if there aren't as many competitors, you can still move forward with this product. And alternatively, if these products have been scaled aggressively on Facebook and Instagram, but Not yet on influencers, Snapchat, TikTok ads, Pinterest ads, Google ads. Those are some unique possibilities for you to move forward and create a store primarily focused on these particular advertising methods. Next up, we have a wow factor. Does this particular product stop them from scrolling their feed, catch them off guard, and think, wow, this is a cool product. I really need it. That's another beneficial thing to have. Now, the last one that I want to mention seems like common sense, but yet some people don't acknowledge this as a factor, and that the product shouldn't be easy to find in stores. So that being said, the product shouldn't be easily found around your corner at your local Target or Walmart, but I think that makes sense. But I still decided to put that one in there for anyone that was even thinking of it. Definitely do double check if this product has been sold or is currently selling in your area, because what's the point of spending the extra dollars at your store for them to wait a few weeks for the product to arrive if they can just simply hop in the car and drive over to Walmart or Target. And these are, in my opinion, the most impactful and essential criteria to look out for. There are many, many different more that you can take a look at, but for simplicity's sake and that you guys can keep an overview, these are the most essential ones, and the more criteria that you can fill, the higher your chances are of this product actually doing well and succeeding for you. Hey there, I just want to let you know that I have 5 spots left in this month's case study / mentorship program. So if you really want to take this business model, dropshipping and e-commerce seriously, cut your learning curve and receive one-on-one mentoring support by me personally, and have the opportunity to earn $3,000 to $5,000 to $10,000 monthly as an additional income source via dropshipping alone, then this is the right thing for you. So if you're interested in being your own boss, escaping the 9-to-5 trap, becoming financially independent, and being able to provide for friends and family, then this is your once in a lifetime opportunity chance. If this sounds like the right thing for you and you are interested, then head on over to my Instagram and write me the message START in all caps, or alternatively fill out the form linked in my description down below. Don't waste any time, the spots will be gone quickly. This is your chance, and if you're interested, I'd love to have you on board. Just write me a quick message and let's get started. Now that you know what criteria to look out for and what defines a winning product, now I want to introduce you not one, but 3 different product research methods that I like using simultaneously together, because the more product research methods that you can use, the more you are ahead of your competition. Because if everyone is using product research method A and you're the only one using B, that gives you a significant advantage. So if you combine all these 3 methods, you're a lot further ahead of your competition. The first one that I want to introduce to you guys is the Facebook / Instagram method. And this is an entirely free method that works for both social media platforms, Facebook and also Instagram. And this can work on your feed or also your store. Now, the concept behind the strategy is that we want Facebook and Instagram to automatically show us as many different dropshipping ads like this one on our feed continuously. And how we can do this is by tricking the algorithm in thinking that we are interested in these type of ads. And once we find a particular dropshipping ad like this one on our feed, what we want to do is like the video, comment and share also helps, because this way we're showing the Facebook algorithm, okay, they are interested in this particular ad. They liked, they engaged, they commented. And to add on top of that, we want to visit the site, add the product to our cart, even checkout. You don't have to purchase, but this way we're showing we're an engaged shopper as well. We're interested in this product. We added the product to our cart, initiated checkout, and the more times we do this, the more products we're gonna get shown by the Facebook algorithm, because then Facebook starts ranking us as a person that is interested in these type of ads and will start presenting more and more to us. And this is a fantastic method to find winning dropshipping products to start testing practically on autopilot without even having to do anything and even pay a single cent. We obviously want to give ourselves the best possible chances of finding winning dropshipping products. And one of the best services that I've been using recently has to be Product Mafia. Now, what Product Mafia does is they practically generate a bunch of different products based on a few different criteria that previous winners have taken off. And that is primarily gonna be insane engagement on their video ads. And this way, we don't even have to use the Facebook method that we previously took a look at, but they practically find products on autopilot for us. This product is insanely easy to use. We can simply filter by all product types, untapped products, special products. We can also choose particular niches if we'd like, and we can also sort by different criteria. So let's say we want to sort products either by untapped products, special products, or by different niches, and then by the criteria with the most orders, highest engagement, most expensive, cheapest, highest profit margins. Let's say highest profit margins. We don't care about anything else. And then we can see what they present to us. And then we can scroll a little bit further down and you can see a lot of different potential dropshipping products that we can start selling and integrating on our Shopify store. Now you can see a lot of these ads are here because of their fantastic engagement. Now high engagement on Facebook ads means that this product is being shown to a lot of people, which automatically means that the advertiser is spending a lot of money and pushing it towards this product. That means they're scaling it and they're receiving profits in return. So this product is doing insanely well for them. And therefore we can keep our eyes open for a lot of different products that we can build our store around. If let's say we want to take a look at one of these potential products, like this foot breast slipper, we can click on it and they have a lot of information directly for us to take away and use to our advantage right here on their listing. They have the suggested selling price, the product cost, and the profit margins that we would have if we would sell it at this given price. Now for me personally, the profit margins aren't big enough and therefore this product wouldn't fall under my personal criteria, but let's take a look what else they can offer. So we have all these different criteria that we can filter and use to our advantage. They show the different profits right here. Like let's say we have the profit margins of $10 to $17 and we have a rough estimated ad cost of $3 to $4, which would give us a net profit of potentially $7.63, which really isn't too bad, but obviously not ideal. We also have the reviews, the product score, and the seller score. Beyond that, we can also see an overview of the Facebook engagement, 2.9K likes, 1,000 comments, 1,000 shares, and 916,000 views. What is a huge benefit as well to this particular service is that we can take a look at the particular ad that was scaling this, like this one, 6.6K reactions, 2.6K comments, and this ad is fairly super simple, 8 seconds long, yet super effective. And we can also take a look at their product description by taking a look at one of the links and saying first of all, what we can extract from their actual product description, see what kind of elements we can incorporate, the content, we could use that to our advantage. We can also take a look at their pricing strategy, maybe some offers that they're presenting, and also their marketing approach and how they've structured and created their ads. And potentially take a look at their upsells that they're selling so we can take a lot of information by just simply being able to look at our different competitors. What I also really like is that they can show us more example ad copies like this one right here. Normally there'd be 3, but for this particular product, we only have 1 option. And they also show us some potential Instagram influencers that we could start working together. So a lot of things that we can learn from this particular tool and use to our advantage to accelerate the process of us doing the market research and actually launching a store. We also even have some suggested targeting ideas, targeting countries, the genders, the age, the audience size, and also some interest to begin with. So they do a lot of heavy lifting for us, which is a huge benefit for us. And so I definitely can recommend using Product Mafia. I'll leave a link to them down below. And I highly recommend you guys start adding Product Mafia to your product research tools. And the last option that I want to present to you, how you can find winning products to start selling on your store, is going to be Shopify. Now, Shopify is also a fantastic tool that you guys should start using as well. And it practically acts as an ad spy tool. So what we can do right here is find out and filter by a bunch of different criteria to find potential winning ads that are working, figure out why they're working, and then try to also start selling one of these products that are being scaled. Now, we can filter by all these different criteria just by clicking on filter. We can search by different keywords. We can also type in when the post was created in particular, what kind of media they're running. So whether it's an image ad, video ad, carousel ad, album, or multi. Also the page name if we want to find a particular advertiser. We can also type in when this ad was seen, when this ad was first seen, and when this ad was last seen. This gives us an advantage, so we can type in, okay, when was this ad created? Let's say 1st of January, and then this ad has to be at least seen within February, for example. We can also set up the different countries that this ad is being run in. So I'd recommend setting up the top 4 countries or your national or your regional demographic if you want to start running ads regionally, like let's say for primarily the German market as an example. You can also choose the different languages that this ad is being run in, the sex that is being presented in, the age demographic, the domain in particular. I also would recommend filtering by Shopify, WooCommerce, and Magento, the main e-commerce websites. You can also choose to add a CTA if you'd like, and also filter by all these different reactions. You can set up a minimum and also maximum to give yourself the best possible filter criteria. And these filters are very, very useful. And I'll show you guys my ideal filter criteria in just a second. Now on this page, you can see a bunch of different ads that are doing insanely well. They have very, very high engagement, and we haven't even put in any different filters. So you can scroll here and find some potential products that really catch your idea. You know, just keep on scrolling, see what kind of ads they are. Like this one in particular
could be a potential product to start selling. Alternatively, they also have some pre-arranged filters such as dropshipping, last seen winning products, or ads with high engagement. So let's say you want to take a look at only dropshipping products, they'll automatically put on the filters Shopify, Magento, and WooCommerce. Or if you would choose last winning products, they'd fit in a few criterias, the most used CTAs, and also a minimum like ratio. So here we could also continue and keep on scrolling and see if a particular product really catches our idea that we want to start building our Shopify store around. Let's say we really like the look of this particular product and ad, and we would simply click on the Facebook logo and it would send us to their actual Facebook site and the particular video ad that we could dissect and take a closer look at. What Dropify also helps us with is actually by clicking on details, and it gives us a lot more additional information as well, such as when the post was initially created, when it was first seen by the algorithm and Dropify, and when it was last seen, whether the video is public or private, the format, so it's a video, and the language. And we can also learn all the different content, so the ad copy of the actual product itself, and we can take a look at the likes and shares if we scroll down, so we can see how aggressively this particular ad has been scaled. So we can see it has originated on the 31st of August, and on 30th September, a month later, they have scaled to almost 10,000 likes, shares, and reactions. So within one single month, they have scaled very, very aggressively. Now that is obviously a big indicator that this particular ad did really, really well for them. We can also see the different countries that this ad is being marketed to, which is really interesting to see. We can also see which particular age demographics and also gender demographics this particular ad is being advertised to, the different links to the store, the Shopify product details of the actual site, and the different Facebook ads that are being run by galaxycove.com. So they actually have a few decent ads that they're presenting. This one also with a lot of reactions, this one more of in a Twitter style format, and many more. So you can see Dropify also has a lot of beneficial aspects to start using for you. Now, we've taken a look at 3 fantastic product research methods to use, and I recommend you check out all of them and ideally combine and use them simultaneously, and that will give you the best potential chances of finding your winning product. Now, for the sake of this tutorial, we're gonna focus on building a one product store on this particular product. Now we have our product, let's move forward with the store creation. We found and chosen our winning product, so the next logical step is to finally get on with the store creation process. So in this part within the course, we're going to talk about the most necessary steps when it comes to actually building a profitable and also highly converting Shopify dropshipping store. The very first step that we need to do is to go ahead and actually create a Shopify account. The normal Shopify plan costs $29 a month, but if you use my link down below in the description, you'll get a 14-day free trial to get you started while you're ongoing with the store creation process. So I highly recommend you do that. Once you've signed up to the link, you'll be greeted by these particular screens. Tell us a little bit about yourself. This isn't necessary, but you can fill it in if you'd like. Are you already selling? What's your current revenue and which industry are you operating in? It's not necessary to fill this out, so we're just gonna go ahead and skip this. So we're gonna fill out all our essential credentials to create a Shopify account, and there we go. Easy as is, that's how you create a Shopify account. Once you've created your account, this is how the Shopify interface will look like and the main dashboard. What we have right here is we have a few steps to get us started. So we have add product, customize theme, add domain, set up payments, review legal requirements, all this stuff, and we have all these different menus on the left side that we can actually start using. From home, orders, products, customers, analytics, marketing, discounts, apps. Then we have online store that is segmented into smaller different sections such as themes, blog posts, pages, navigation, domain, preferences. And the very first step that I recommend you go ahead and do once your Shopify store is created is go ahead and install the Debutify theme. Now there are many free and paid themes in the theme store, many different ones, but this one is by far from my personal experience the best free paid theme out there. The Debutify theme offers so many benefits. I've been using the Debutify theme for quite some time now, and I have seen some great results, and I highly recommend you use this as well. And the best thing is it is entirely free to download. So we have a lot of different sections within this theme that normally different themes would cost you a few $100s, as normal paid themes range from $80 to $180, sometimes even more. So it's not necessary to invest into a paid theme up front. However, the Debutify theme is going to be my personal theme of choice, and I recommend you guys use that as well. Here you see the actual website of Debutify. We have the free download theme right here. They've been featured on a lot of different news and also trusted worthy outlets, trusted by e-commerce entrepreneurs, etc. And they show off many different features that they actually have. They have many different add-ons and plugins that we can very easily use to our advantage to additionally increase social proof our conversion rate, many different features that are covered within this theme that are gonna be very, very beneficial for us and very, very handy to use. And you have a lot of different settings. It's available in many different languages. And yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and install it so you can practically click on any of these free downloads now, and then you'll have to type in your name, email, and also your Shopify domain. Make sure that it ends on myshopify.com. We're gonna go with galaxyglower.myshopify.com since that is gonna be the domain that we're gonna be using. Then we go ahead and click install unlisted app. And then once you've installed it, we have to go ahead and download the theme, add to theme library. Once you've installed the app and also downloaded the theme, we're gonna go ahead and bulk install all of these add-ons. We have many different add-ons that are very, very beneficial to use, such as add to cart animation, cart countdown, cart discount, cart goal, many more. Color swatches is pretty cool. We have a cookie box, delivery time, discount saved, a separate FAQ page. So many different options that we're gonna take a look at shortly that are gonna be very, very handy for us to use. And I highly recommend that you try one of these out. And we're gonna click on install these add-ons. But in order to be able to use one of these add-ons, you're gonna have to upgrade from one of these plans. Now the theme itself is gonna be free regardless the whole time. It costs $0 per month for the entire plan, but the additional add-ons do come in at a cost. You have 3 additional plans. You have the starter pack for $19 per month, the hustler pack for $47 per month, and also the master plan for $97 per month. And in my opinion, the best bang for your money is going to be the hustler pack, where you get all these additional add-ons and plugins. Whereas with the starter option, you only have 3 different add-ons that you can actually choose from. But in my opinion, there are more than 3 add-ons that are going to be quite vital and going to be important for your dropshipping store and also e-commerce business. So therefore, my choice is going to be with the hustler plan. Once we've installed this theme, we're going to head on over to themes under online store, click on actions next to the just recently installed Debutify theme and click on publish. This way you're going to override the current theme, which is always going to be by default the debut theme. The next necessary step is obviously we have to actually go ahead and import the product that we just discovered in our product research strategies, which was the Galaxy projector. So we're going to click on visit the Shopify App Store since we're going to need an app to import the product and actually fulfill our orders from. Once we're open, we're going to search in for Oberlo. Oberlo is by far the most known and also best app when it comes to actually importing your initial products and starting off your whole dropshipping business with, because it's super, super easy to fulfill and also find products from. So we're gonna click on add and install the app Oberlo. And once you're done creating your Oberlo account, this is going to be the dashboard. Again, we have a simple tutorial step-by-step what we have to do next. And the first step is going to be to explore products and import products so that we can actually bring them from AliExpress or alternative suppliers right into our store. We have a few different options on the side: home, import list, products, orders, notifications, find products, settings, etc. And the main sections that are going to be most important for us are obviously going to be the import list, products, and also orders. Now, if you don't have a product in mind, you can also alternatively start browsing for additional products. On Oberlo, you have many different products that you can find. You can filter by criteria or search for different products, such as women, clothing, and accessories. You can scroll here and you see how many products of these have been imported, how many orders have taken place, the shipping time, the pricing, and also the amount of reviews. So if you want to do product research this way, this is also a viable option, but obviously we already have a product in mind. So we're gonna head on over to import list, click on add products by URL or ID, and then head on over to AliExpress. The product obviously that we're going to be selling is going to be the Galaxy projector, since that was our choice and the product that we're deciding to build our one product store around. So we're going to go ahead on AliExpress, the most known dropshipping supplier. And to start off your dropshipping journey, this is going to be your best chance since they have the biggest variety of products out there. So we're going to type in Galaxy projector, and then you see a lot of different products that are already shown to us directly. Now you have this type of projector and these two. These are the 2 main ones. This one is the older variant and this one is the newer variant. We're going to be building it around the newer variant. What you want to do is sort by orders and also see which product has the number 1, the fastest shipping time, number 2, the cheapest pricing strategy, and also the most reviews. So you can see many different options on here. This one has 3.5 stars, so this one doesn't look too good. 4.8 stars, already looking a little bit better, 4,000 units sold, but this one looks much, much cheaper than this particular one, has a better rating, and also has less orders, but enough orders for us to know, okay, they've sold quite a bit, and we can move forward with this product, so this is gonna be our choice. We're going to click on it, and there we go. We have a few different options that we can send from. Unfortunately, we can't use Spain or Poland, so that would be fantastic if you're working with the EU market. Therefore, you would have much faster shipping times, but unfortunately, we only have to go with China and we have to choose all these additional options. Now, as of the time that I'm recording this particular video, it is currently Chinese New Year, so you'll see a massive fluctuation in actual delivery times. And when Chinese New Year actually passes, these shipping times will definitely drastically go down. And also further in the video, I'll also introduce to you a few different additional methods, how you can actually reduce your different shipping times and also prioritize fulfillment so that you can get your products faster to your customer. Alternatively, check out this video that I've covered this topic very much in depth in a separate video. Since I get a lot of questions like these on Instagram and also in the YouTube comment section, are customers actually willing to wait 30 days for their product to arrive? Well, first of all, they don't have to if you actually follow these strategies outlined in this video. So if this is one of your main concerns from actually starting dropshipping, definitely check out this video first before starting, because that will help you out massively and hopefully answer all your questions around this topic. And now that we've chosen this particular product, we're just simply gonna go copy this link and also head on over to Oberlo, paste this link right here, and then we're gonna go ahead and add the product. We're gonna go with Galaxy Glower since this domain was available and also has a perfect fit to the brand and also a one product store name type. So we're gonna call it Galaxy Glower Laser Star Projector. We're gonna also delete all these things within the description since it's not necessary, and please don't start selling your products with this kind of a description from AliExpress directly. It's very scammy and people will not buy if you have this kind of description. What is important for a description we'll cover shortly when we get to that part. Then we want to delete all these different variants that aren't necessary for us. And in this case, since the Spanish one, Russian one, and Polish one are not working right now, we're gonna have to rely on the solely Chinese one. So we're gonna unselect all of this, and then we're gonna select all the Chinese variants. So we have both the black and also white option, and for all the major plug types, so the North American plug type, UK plug type, Australian plug type, and also European plug type. Our product costs together are roughly $43, and we at least want to maintain a $25 plus profit margin, and ideally when it comes to these type of price products, 2 to 3 times your cost of goods. So this means we at least want to be selling it for roughly $90 to maintain this 2x cost of goods. Even better if we can maintain 3x cost of goods, which is going to be more necessary when we're actually dealing with cheaper and lower margin products. But in this case, it's a little bit more expensive and we have higher margins to work with. And the beautiful part about Oberlo is that we can change all the different prices just by clicking change all and enter a value in here. So we're gonna actually go ahead with the price of $89.95. And we can also change the compare at price from before to give them an exclusive deal and also offer. And for this, I'm gonna go with the value of $119.90. And the last step that we have to do within Oberlo is actually go ahead and choose and unselect all the images that are gonna be necessary and important for our actual store. And for this, some AliExpress listings will have pretty bad content, but we're only gonna choose the most important and the best content for us. So we're gonna select all these different images. Zack, zack. And these things should be enough to get us started. We're gonna import it to our store, and the product has been successfully imported. Before I actually move forward with the actual theme customization, the homepage, the product page, and also installing other additional apps, I personally prefer, first of all, setting up the different pages. So I have a full navigation bar for a footer and also header, and also creating the logo so that I have a rough estimate and rough brand and style guideline. So therefore, the first step that we're gonna do is go ahead and set up the most necessary pages that every Shopify store should have, whether they're a dropshipping store or an e-commerce brand. And those are gonna be number 1, a contact us page, number 2, a track your order page, number 3, a refund page, number 4, a shipping page, and also a privacy policy page. And depending on different countries that you're selling in, you're gonna have different necessary legal pages and also additional pages such as an about us page, a review page, and also an FAQ page are optional but not necessary and can help improve your conversion rate and will be beneficial if you're working on something more long-term, such as an e-commerce brand, but they aren't 100% necessary when getting your e-commerce page and also dropshipping store started. So for this tutorial, we're gonna neglect those pages and set up the most necessary ones. So the first page that we're actually gonna create is going to be the privacy policy page. And I'm simply gonna copy and paste already done templates that I personally use for my Shopify dropshipping stores right into here right now. So the first page is going to be a privacy policy page, and then we're gonna simply click on duplicate this particular page. And then the next one, we're gonna go with refunds, duplicate, Command A to select all these parts from the privacy policy, and also Command V for the refund page. We also have our contact details, so an email for them to register if it's going to be necessary for them to actually contact us regarding refunds. So we have a contact at Galaxy Glow right here and also right here. I highly recommend you do set up and offer a guarantee and also a refund policy. That will drastically improve your conversion rate in comparison to if you wouldn't have one. Next page is going to be a shipping page. So we're going to type that in, duplicate it as well. For this particular shipping page, we're going to keep it super simple. Tell them how long it takes for which particular destinations. Obviously, make sure that you don't lie with your shipping times. It is going to be necessary to be transparent with your customers to avoid any chargebacks or any further issues. And there are different additional ways to get around these long shipping times and how to accelerate them drastically. So we're going to save this as well. The next page is going to be a contact us page, and paste this as well. The contact us page is super simple. It's going to be have an answer questions. We're always happy to chat and help answer any questions that you might have. Feel free to get in touch with us via email support@GalaxyGlower or via the contact form below. Please note we try our best to respond to all inquiries within 48 hours, Monday to Friday. And we're also going to enter once more and click on this particular section page. And then we're going to choose from one of these different options that we are provided from Debutify and select page.contact, which will be available with all Shopify themes. And then you'll see it will generate a contact form, which we'll take a look at shortly. And there you go. These are all the necessary pages that we've went ahead and already set up. And the next step is to set up the navigation bar. The idea behind the navigation bar is to give them a clear direction of how they can get back to any different page that would be necessary for them. And it's going to be important to not overwhelm them with too many links and too many locations, to give them a clear path, ideally towards the checkout, and for them to actually purchase from our store. So we're going to have two menus, a footer and also a header menu. So we're going to header. We're going to with a home page. This is practically my default setup for every single page that I create. Home page. Next up is going to be shop. And that's where we're actually going to link our actual direct product. So once they click on shop, they're sent directly to our product page. Next is going to be contact. Type that in, contact us, save, and also track order. For now, we're just going to select any of these different links since we're going to be setting up a separate track your order page and also app later on in this video. And then we're just going to replace this link with that particular app link. So it doesn't matter what you set up for this part, and then we're gonna save menu. The header is done. Next up would be the footer. On the footer, we want to display all the legal information and also pages that could be necessary and relevant to each e-commerce site. We're gonna start off with contact again. Just add an additional link for them. Next up, refunds, shipping, and last but not least, privacy policy. And if you don't like a particular position or you want to rearrange them, it's very easy. You just select, drag and drop them anywhere you'd like, but I'm very happy with the current situation and we're gonna move forward with this particular layout. Now that we've set that up, we can simply click on customize to enter the actual Shopify store. And this is going to be the default layout from the Debutify theme. These are all the different sections that we have set up by default and that we're currently rolling with. And the first thing that we want to do is go ahead onto header and also change the actual navigation bar that we've just recently set up. We're gonna click on menu and select the header. You'll see we have two different logo settings. That is going to be the next step. Once we also set that up for the drawer menu, so on the mobile version, select the header right here and also select the footer menu that we've just also set up. So you have all these different steps and you can toggle sub-menu on links or also show or don't show social media links. Now, this is up to you. If you're building a brand, I recommend you do plug in your social media links, but in our case with a dropshipping store, social media isn't 100% necessary. And if we scroll towards the bottom, we're gonna see footer highlighted right here. And we're also gonna remove all these different sections and just keep it simple with quick links and more information. But if you want to have about us, that is up to you. I'm going to not include about us, follow us, and also subscribe to our newsletter, since if it's at the bottom, honestly, not a lot of people will subscribe to that. You have to give them a proper incentive and some actual value if you want them to subscribe to your newsletter. Quick links, we're going to change this here. More information. Change the menu to footer, and there we go. We've set up the links, we have the most necessary pages already set up, and the next step with the whole store creation process is to actually create our logo. So for this, my favorite site to use this is going to be Canva. You can also do Photoshop if you're more skilled at Photoshop and you already have a given experience. By the way, in my opinion, that's one of the most necessary and vital skills to have when it comes to e-commerce or anything to do with money making online. Just by knowing the basics, you can do a lot of things with Photoshop, and it's gonna be very helpful to know how to use Photoshop. So big tip right here. So what we have right here, Canva, super to use. practically a Photoshop for entire beginners. You can learn how to use Canva in under an hour, in my opinion. It's a very, very minimalistic and simplistic design platform, and I pretty much always create my logos this way. We're gonna click on create a design, and we're actually gonna go with custom design, not the recommended ones, and we're gonna choose one of the recent ones since I always use this, 1000 times 300 pixels. You can type it right here. And this will create not a squared logo, but actually a perfectly fitted logo for us. And then we have all these different functions. We have additional templates, we have uploads, we have photos, we have elements, text, etc. And we're gonna start off with text. To add our heading, we can choose one of these headings or already one of these pre-created, predetermined headings if you'd like. I actually like the look of this. Let's see if this could work for us. We're gonna drag this, make this significantly smaller by arranging the size once more. Let's go with 96. I have to make it smaller once more just by simply dragging here. Now this isn't going to be a Canva tutorial. I'm just going to rush through this real quick, but that you guys know and understand that this is such a super easy and simple process. We're going to actually go ahead and choose the actual color that we want to go with. I like this. And if we want to remove and change the actual background, we're just going to simply click on effects, the glitch color, and choose the different effects that we'd like if we want these, and move this around if we'd like, rearrange the offset, and boom, there we go. This would practically be an already done and created logo that we can actually use. We're gonna save this for now. Or alternatively, you can simply create a logo if you're more experienced and know how to use Photoshop, simply like this, rearrange it, remove the background, and boom, there we go. Now we have two logo options. I'm gonna use the actual Photoshop logo that I've just managed to create. And then once the logo has been created, we're simply gonna click on header, click on select image, upload the image. This is gonna be our default logo. And we also have the opportunity to upload a transparent photo. So that's going to be on the background. And for this, we're gonna use a white logo. Now, this is the current layout that we're dealing with. In my opinion, not a big fan of this particular font, and just by changing up the colors and also the font, we'll see a massive difference. And that's the next step that I'm gonna go ahead and do. Well, we can do this by clicking on theme settings right here and then starting off with colors. And for this, we're gonna be using our 2/3 main colors that we have within our logo, because we want to make sure that our whole store and also brand presence is consistently congruent. So that being said, we use the same colors, fonts across our advertising channels, social medias, and also our website. For the links and accents, I'm gonna go with this darker purple. It should be a similar color code anyways. We're gonna use that. Sale tag as well. We're gonna change a few of these up accordingly. We're gonna change all these colors that are by default this purple to the other tone of our text, and that is gonna be blue. And for now, that already looks much better. We're gonna save that. We're also gonna change the typography. The font that we're using up here is going to be Poppins. I decided to go with Poppins. So that's also gonna be the main font that I'm gonna be using across this particular store. Change this right here. And for the title, we're actually gonna go with black, since that was also the one that we chose for this particular size on the left of the logo. Select that. So we're gonna be selecting bold for the menus and accents. And for the body, we're just gonna go with a simple Poppins. So we're keeping a congruent font and also color scheme throughout our whole website. And there we go. This is our current layout right now. In my opinion, already much better. We also wanna change up this announcement bar. For this, we click on our advanced settings, and this is going to be the announcement bar. We're gonna actually have it free worldwide shipping, since our product and also projector is already quite expensive. And that would be my recommendation as well. Offer products that are a little bit more high ticket. So that being said, they already pay $60 to $70. Don't charge additionally for shipping, because that will decrease your actual conversion rate. Whereas if you're experimenting with cheaper products, you can try this out, free shipping on orders over $50, and that should increase your AOV while not impacting your conversion rate all too wild. Free worldwide shipping, that's what we're gonna have right here. And we can alternatively change this to a different color. We also have a currency selector, which is pretty cool, with a geolocation as well. So it's automatically gonna change our countries, as well as we're gonna uncheck the hero image. Just personally not a fan of it. We can also increase the border radius of different buttons, etc., which I think is quite a cool feature as well from Debutify, and we're gonna do that. So it slightly rounds off the edges, as you can see right here. Back to top button, and we're also gonna turn off breadcrumbs, since in my opinion, those don't look too great and aren't really necessary with a one product store. Announcement text will also change up top right here. See how that looks? Boom, there we go. This is how it looks like right now. I think that looks pretty good. We're also gonna remove enable order notes, show top checkout button. We're gonna remove these things within the carts and search section, and we're also gonna disable search, since that isn't necessary nor relevant with one product stores. We're already progressing quite swiftly, and now let's actually get to the actual homepage setup. Now, what a lot of people actually get wrong with the homepage is that it doesn't have to be too much. It doesn't have to be too overwhelming. You don't really have to slam it with information. As long as it has a trustworthy, clean vibe to it and aesthetic, and we give them a clear CTA and navigation to head back to our product page, because that is ultimately where we want to drive our traffic to and sell our products, then we're doing a great job with our homepage. Everything else isn't necessary, so we're gonna go with a super simplistic setup for the actual homepage. And then if you wanna upgrade that step as well, you can, but it isn't 100% necessary. So we'll start off with working our way with this header bar right here. And we're gonna select the first image. So we're just gonna be using a simple image up top here that actually shows it off in action. We have a nice contrast between header and here right here. And the important thing is that it fits on mobile as well, which it does. So it seems like a fitting picture right here. I'm just gonna go shift the vibe of any room. Just a simple header slogan right there, real quick. And then we're also gonna change the button label to shop now in caps. And we're also gonna change the actual button link. And we're gonna send it over obviously to our actual product. Alternatively, we can also change the button style to full. So that's gonna be the full color, or also an outline. And I think full actually looks like the best. So this is what we're going with. The header is super easily set up, and you always want to make sure that it's first and foremost mobile optimized, since nowadays the majority of traffic will still come from mobile. Yes, it shouldn't look entirely terrible on desktop, but mobile should be prioritized. The next sections aren't relevant. You could simply hide them if you don't want to use them and maybe use them at a later time, or just simply delete them by clicking on the top three dots and clicking on remove section. Since we only have one product, we don't have multiple collections, we're not going to be using these sections. We're going to use this, however, and we're going to click on feature product, select the product, and select the Galaxy Glower. See, the product still isn't optimized yet, but this particular step will follow after the homepage setup. And for this particular part, we're actually going to disable image zoom. We're also going to enable the quantity picker. We're going to disable the product description and disable product sharing. For the featured content section, we're just going to add a little bit and tell maybe a sentence or two about the actual product. Doesn't have to go super in depth. Just give them a little bit of an explanation what the product is and tell them a little bit about your brand. And that's what we're going to put in right here. I've already typed out a text in right here, so I'm just going to be simply copying and pasting it right here. And we have the Galaxy Glower is a laser projector which transforms your room instantly and provides a galactic experience by providing a sea of drifting stars against a flooding cloud nebula. And we're also gonna call it Galaxy Glower. I'm actually gonna put it in caps. And this is for the content section. As already mentioned, no need to go super in depth right here. And if you want to add and try out additional different settings and sections, you can simply click on add section right here, and you'll have all these different options that you can go with. You can go with a pricing table, which is a new feature of Debutify. So you could have 3 different price points right here, which I think is pretty cool. You could add the additional products, have different images, and also have the actual pricing structure right here, which is an awesome feature since we can offer multiple products that we can actually sell. So we could present that buying 3 projectors is a much better deal and value for them than just buying a single one. We're also gonna keep subscribed to our newsletter though, and we're gonna adjust it slightly. Get 10% off your very first order. Now we're gonna add a short little subheading explaining what this is all about. This way we not only provide value, but also explain what they can actually expect from our newsletter updates, and they actually get an incentive, in this case, an additional discount code. Everyone loves to save money. I personally always sign up to these pop-ups or these things if I can save an additional 10 to 15%. You can always unsubscribe to them, but still, regardless, this is a good feature to set up. But there's an even better and more effective way to collect these emails, which we'll get into shortly when we're actually talking about the particular apps that every store needs. And last but not least, I like to end off my store with a short little gallery. We have 4 potential images that we could display here. Alternatively, we could go with 2 bigger images, but we'll see if we can fill these out like this. And then we're just gonna make it slightly bigger. Section height, we're gonna try out medium and then large, see what works best. Medium is definitely much better, and let's see how large would look. Large I think is a little bit too much, but we're gonna go with medium, and this just shows off our product a little bit more, while also at the same time ending off the homepage nicely and rounding it off. And at the bottom, what I also really like is that we have these 4 different guarantees that we can also add at the bottom of our footer with some nice icons to also really promote what our particular brand stands for, and also give them a trustworthy vibe as well, while presenting some of our main benefits of buying from us. And you should ideally tailor these guarantees to your personal policies and also the benefits that you can provide. If you have a US supplier working with you, you can go with US fulfillment or US shipping. The ones that I went with are 2,200 plus happy customers, fast
fast delivery, unlimited color combinations, and also satisfaction guaranteed. And this is a rough layout that I have for practically any single dropshipping store and product that I'm testing when it comes to Shopify dropshipping. It's a super simple layout, yet it does the job quite effectively, and I think it looks still very nice and also trustworthy. So if you want to follow this rough structure right here, I encourage you to do so. Now that we've taken care of the homepage, the more important step follows next, which is going to be the product description, the part where we actually sell our customers. And by default, this is our layout right here. Not really good, not a lot right here. And we're gonna change this right now. We're gonna disable the image zoom. We're also gonna unselect the big product title since it takes away too much space. We're also gonna center align it just to make sure that it looks slightly nicer, and I think it does. The variants, we can go with either a drop down or also button menu. This is entirely up to you what you would want to do. I think we're gonna go with a drop down menu, and we're also gonna delete these ships from Canada shortly. We're also gonna turn off product sharing, and we're also gonna be disabling these testimonials on the bottom because we're gonna be enabling a different app shortly. And these testimonials, super simple to turn off. You have to select remove testimonials and remove each individual one simply. And once we're done, we simply save it. In order to change the content within your product page, we simply want to head on over to products on the side right here and select the product that we want to edit. If we want to edit or add additional media, we would do it right here, add media right here. And we can also select and unselect different variants within here. We said we want to remove these ships from China section, and all we have to do there right here is gonna click on edit options and delete this particular section, save. And I also wanna remove plug from all these just to make it more simple and aesthetically pleasing. So we're gonna remove all that. This is where you would edit and add an additional text for the actual content. So you could type it in right here, let's say heading, and you can change all these different things very easily. Different formatting, you can change it much bigger, you can make it smaller, and you can change all these different heading sizes. You can make it normal again, you can make it bold, you can make it italic, underline it, all these different features. You can add it in a bulleted list, numbered list, you can outdent it, indent it, center align it, middle align it. So you have a lot of customization options that you can do in right here. Also change the color if you'd like. So many different customization features that you can do within this particular section. You can also add images right here and insert videos, and also clear the entire formatting of this particular section, and then you're back to square zero. Personally, I always type out my particular product description in advance and also just pretty much copy and paste it within here. This is my current file that I have right here with the already done product description that we're gonna be using for this particular product. Now, all my product description have a clear structure. This one isn't a typical dropshipping product since we're not really approaching it from a problem-solving aspect. But with problem-solving aspect products and different products, there's a clear structure that you should follow, and here's the exact outline. The product description is structured the following way. We start off with a strong headline showing off the main feature and benefit of the product. This should have ideally an emotional trigger and should practically act as the whole ad for the product description. Up next, we want to show off the product in some kind of visual format. That could be either done through an image or even better with a GIF. Then we have some few more benefits, benefit 2 with another visual component as well, 2 to 3 sentences, benefit 3, 4, 5, and 6 in the following structure, but you can also summarize benefits 4, 5, and 6 similarly by highlighting it via bullet points. And to end off the product description as a whole, we want to add some social proof in form of reviews, which are gonna help astronomically increase our sales. And if you follow that particular structure with your next store, you will see a massive difference within your conversion rate. So the first headline that I wanted to go with is going to be transform any room into your own planetarium. So we're gonna simply paste it in here, and we're gonna make it size 2 and center align it. If you wanna upload additional images, you can simply click on add media right here and upload them from your desktop, and you can just simply delete the images that you do not want to use. And so now we've uploaded our GIF that we created simply by using one of many GIF makers online. I think I used EasyGIF for this one. We're gonna center align this just to make sure that it looks a little bit nicer and cleaner. Enter it, and there we go. This is our current look right now. We're gonna head back and copy and paste this particular first section of our paragraph, which is practically the exact first sentence that we have under custom content. We're gonna paste it within here. Then we have the next section. We also have an additional sentence for this particular paragraph. Then we have our next bullet point and benefit, which is unlimited color possibilities. This way the customer knows, okay, what kind of colors do I have to choose from? I can choose from practically any given color. We're gonna paste that within here, center align it just to make sure that it stands out a little bit more. And we're also gonna make it a headline too. Now we're gonna choose a next image, a visual component for this particular section. And we're gonna choose ideally an image that shows this, that it has a big variety of colors, such as this particular image, which I think is quite fitting. I'm gonna center align it, make it slightly smaller, and then also enter the next paragraph, which is design your galaxy with unlimited color possibilities, unlimited available mix and match colors to achieve any color you can dream of. Conveniently switch between 21 projection modes with a remote control or app. So we're gonna post it within here. We're gonna highlight a few sections that we think are important, such as unlimited color possibilities, and then switch between 21 projection modes. Save this. Then we have create your own ambience. We're gonna use this, enter it once more, center align it, heading 2, choose another visual component again. We're gonna center align the image once more. Make sure that they're the same size as above, which was 440. There we go. We're actually also gonna make this the same size, so we're gonna make these actually all 460. To make sure that they have a same width and it seems congruent to the visitor. 460, there we go. Then we have intergalactic features, a summary of the main additionally left benefits, intergalactic features, just to fit the whole vibe of the actual store and the whole concept. I'm gonna center align it once more. We're going to be using bullet points for this particular section and copy all of these practically. So the additional intergalactic features that we're presenting to our customers: link to your Wi-Fi and control via the app, set up with Amazon Alexa or Google Assistant, improve projection quality, mix up to 3x colors, plus use RGB dial for more options, set on and off timers and schedules. So we can do 1, 2, and 4 hours each, so that they can set the timers for those given time periods. And then the last particular section, we're also going to show them what's inside the box, what they can expect when actually receiving our product. And this one, we're just going to make slightly smaller since it isn't as important as the previously mentioned features. And last but not least, we're going to copy and paste this particular section and then save. And I also created one more image to start us off the right way by creating a simple trust badge and save it right there. And so this is our product description done. We'll refresh it real quick so that we have a live look together. And so this is how our product description currently looks like. In my opinion, it turned out quite well. Shows off the main benefits. It's easy to read right here. And now the next step is going to be to actually set up all the necessary apps. Let's also double check real quick how it looks on mobile, since that is very, very important. See if everything is mobile optimized. We're gonna have to make this slightly smaller for sure. Aside from that, everything looks good. Now let's talk about the most important apps that every single Shopify store should have. The great thing is that Debutify already covers a lot of the most necessary features within the Hustler plan. We can take a look at all the add-ons that they actually offer right now. So we simply click on theme settings and we have all these different options pop up here. We have the review app, we have add to cart animation, cart countdown, which I really like using. This adds a little bit of urgency within the countdown to hopefully accelerate the actual process of the people actually placing their product into the cart and then checking out, because they only have a limited time to do so or else they miss out on the offer. So we're gonna activate this here and you can simply readjust the time frame by sliding it left and right. This is one of the apps that I really like using. If you intend on offering paid shipping and unlocking free shipping on $50, $60 plus your order, cart discount is a fantastic one. Also, cart goal is pretty good. Now we could also try and experiment if we actually want to integrate the drop-down menus instead of the button menus. So we're gonna switch it, see how that actually looks. And in my opinion, that looks a little bit more playful. That's what we're gonna be going with. You also have a collection add to cart, which isn't necessarily relevant for our store. We have a delivery time. If you can offer fast delivery, that is fantastic. Discount save, we can also offer that. Inventory quantity, if you wanna increase scarcity. So tell them there are only so and so many pieces left. Act now. I also like live view newsletter pop-up. Shop Protect is also super, super handy. This way, you prevent anyone from just simply right-clicking and copying all your content. Very, very useful, especially when scaling. Then sticky add to cart, in my opinion, practically always a must-have, and we're actually gonna put this at the bottom. Save that. And you can also add trust badges, which I think is a really cool feature, and also wish list and smart search. Now, usually I tend to keep my product description very, very minimalistic. So these are my go-to apps and add-ons when actually using Debutify. And obviously before actually moving forward, we have to set up our checkout. So therefore we have to set up our actual logo. Choose that, select it, that everything is formatted correctly. For the accents, we're going to go with our purple and the buttons our particular color.
Unfortunately, they don't have pop-ins, but we're gonna go with Lato, which is a somewhat similar font, and we have our checkout set up as well. So as you can see, Debutify covers a lot of different features, a lot of great add-ons that you can actually start integrating, but obviously they can't cover every single necessary app. And the next app that we're actually going to be setting up is going to be Tractor, which is the app for tracking orders. We're gonna add this app right now. And to start us off, the basic plan will definitely be more than enough. So we're gonna start the free trial. And the whole entire setup of Tractor makes it so easy for us to actually go forward with the app. We just simply type in our email, enable, and then we watch this practically already done for us tutorial that is all explained within 1 minute and 34 seconds. And then you have it all set up. We're just gonna fast forward to the particular section where it's just going to be important. So we simply go back into navigation, select the page that we set up earlier, and we just have to type in /apps/tractor with a CK, and then / once more, select this, apply changes, and the track your order pages is set up. And honestly, that was it. I know it just seems too easy, but we can take a look at it together. Take a look at track order, see if it's updated already. And there you go, it's already done. That's how easy it was. Also, in case you were curious, this is how our contact page looks with the whole contact form. The next app that I think every single store should have is going to be Email Marketing by Automizely. What this does is it collects emails for us practically on autopilot, increasing our conversion rate and increasing our sales. In order to ensure the longevity of every single Shopify dropshipping business and also e-commerce business, you have to be working on the back end. So that means collecting emails every single possibility you actually get the chance. Not only can we collect emails through this app, but also do email marketing as a whole. We can utilize the website pop-ups, do email marketing, and have many additional other features such as sale boosters and also web push notifications. Practically, it's an all-in-all together app, and therefore I really like using this one. We're gonna add this app right here and also install it now. Then we're gonna be greeted by the first step that we need to do, the organization name, the short name, the website, and also the monthly orders. For now, it's obviously less than 1,000, and also your time zone. For me, I'm currently working from Vienna, so it's gonna be Vienna. And here you can see we have so many different tools that we can use to our advantage, but within this tutorial, we're gonna be focusing on the email collection tool. And I would love to cover email marketing as a topic, but that is so in depth that we would probably need to create an additional video for that. And if you guys are interested in that, definitely leave a comment down below and also smash the like button. So the first thing that we want to do up is select the email newsletter pop-ups, and we can already go ahead and choose one of many beautifully designed templates. We have a lot of different ones dedicated towards the holidays, Black Friday. These look super dope. Fantastic for any different occasion. They're already ready for it, fight COVID. So a lot of different ones, but we're gonna go with a standard image pop-up and we're gonna change it to our liking. You can also change your image pop-up name, but this is for internal uses only, so you can just name it whatever you'd like as long as you can remember and also know what it is. We're gonna add a coupon campaign. If you don't have one, you can simply create a coupon right here. We're gonna call it discount 10. You can either choose a unique coupon for each individual customer or a standard coupon. And for this, we're gonna go with, again, discount 10. You could choose a fixed amount, free shipping, or percentage off. We're gonna go with 10% off all products. This does not require a minimum order subtotal, and it does not have a limited use, only limited use 1 per customer. So we're gonna save that, and we can head back to our pop-up creation. And now we can select the coupon that we just created. It's gonna be ongoing, and we're gonna select that this pops up after 10 seconds that they've been actually on the site. Or alternatively, we can go with an exit pop-up, and let's say they would want to close the tab and exit our site. This would pop up and actually maybe prevent them from exiting our site and moving forward with the purchase. I recommend actually experimenting with both and seeing which one actually works best for your particular conversion rate. I'm gonna start off with the exiting the page pop-up. And we're gonna go with anytime one visited, and you can alternatively also enable and disable a countdown, and I think that is a very cool feature, and we're gonna do that as well. And we've customized all the main pop-up settings. Now we can go forward with the text. Save 10% now, keeping it short and simple, but also clear to the point. Join our email list to receive updates and 10% off your first order. We only want to click the email address here. Any other additional steps would be too complicated and will definitely lead to less people actually completing the form. Primary action is going to be subscribe. And we're gonna add all these things. And then we want to finish up setting up the style. Here we can now upload the actual logo that we're gonna be using. Looks pretty good. We can also select the image on the left or right-hand side. And we can also change around the colors. We're gonna make it more towards blue, since that is one of our brand colors. We're gonna drag it down slightly, make it more
light blue. And we're also gonna change the action text color to our blue that we're using to make it stand out a little bit more. And this is our pop-up setup. This now should practically start collecting additional emails for us on autopilot that we can milk further down the line and also help us secure a few more sales this way. And this is definitely gonna be a must-have for every single store. And also don't forget to try out the additional features that this app offers, such as email marketing, sales boost, and also social proof. And the very last app that I think every single store should have is going to be a review app. Now, there are many apps out there, but in my opinion, the best one out there is still Loox. And Loox costs $9.99 per month, but has a 14-day free trial as well. We're gonna start off by using Loox for free. The good thing is they also guide you through the entire process. You can choose your star color right here. We could go with a lighter blue, which I think would be a great tone, a entirely black star, or alternatively with a classic gold, something along that line. But I think black really is a cool tone to it. You could either go with a grid format or a list format. I think we're gonna go with a grid format. Continue. Email timing, we're gonna go with 70 days just to start us off. If you can indeed provide faster shipping, then I would recommend doing that. Continue, and then you can add additional discount for every review that they leave behind. Obviously, I do recommend adding a discount because even if they use the discount, we're still making money through the additional purchase that has been driven our way, and they already made the initial purchase from us. You can also set up a referral discount if you'd like, which is also a new feature of Loox. We're obviously gonna go with one of our brand colors, which is gonna be blue. And continue, and then Loox has been now installed. Obviously, the next step is now to import the reviews, and you might be asking, why do we actually need this app? Well, social proof is one of the most important sales factors because think about it from this perspective. Would you buy from an online store that has 0 reviews, or if they have any, negative reviews? Also, think about it from a retail business perspective, or if you want to visit a doctor. I personally always check Google first and see what kind of doctors have many reviews and also the best reviews. That usually impacts my decision heavily. I would much rather go to a dentist with 4.5 stars upwards than a dentist that has no or 3.5 stars and less. And the same concept applies to not only social media, the more followers, the more likes, etc. This guy is seen more as an authority than somebody with less likes, less followers, etc. And the same thing applies to e-commerce and sales behavior. So therefore, having social proof in some shape or form is a vital aspect of every single Shopify store. So we're gonna start off by importing the reviews, and what we need to do is illustrated right here, is practically take this button and drag it up top to the bookmarks bar. Then we want to find our particular product. We're gonna be using this one since this one has so many more reviews and ultimately can produce the same results. We're just gonna make sure that the actual product isn't depicted on it, and alternatively find additional reviews from different listings. So once you found your product, simply click on Import to Loox, and then select the product that you wanna go with. Select the amount of reviews you wanna choose, and then you can select 5 stars only up, 4 stars and up. We're gonna go with 4 stars. Choose the different countries and locations, translate to which. You can also choose to fetch the most recent reviews or only reviews with photos. We're gonna go with reviews for photos with now. And then we're gonna choose the different and best photos for us. So we're gonna go with this one. And then if you like it, you can simply import it. If you don't like the text, you can just simply unselect it and only import the images, but the text is fine. And then we can import it. See right here, obviously this doesn't work for us text-wise, we're gonna unselect it, but import it regardless. And the goal is for us to have as many different reviews to increase our social proof. Since this part is quite boring to watch and quite repetitive, I'm just gonna accelerate the process of the adding additional reviews. We finally managed to get through all the different reviews. This listing had a lot of reviews, a lot more than usual. Now we can go ahead and customize the reviews simply by going over to settings, and display reviews right here. We've already chosen the star color. Now we can go ahead and select our font. We're obviously gonna go with Poppin since that is our main color. We can go with a review shadow, dark offset, etc. if we'd like. Review radius, if it's slightly rounded, or extra rounded. Loox branding, shown or hidden. For us, obviously hidden. Reviews widget, always shown. Write a review, yes, no. How many reviews per page you want to display. The review dates, shown or hidden. For us, we can show them. You can also activate a Loox pop-up so that it pops up for someone to leave a review. And also, last but not least, we're gonna select the theme, the Beautify theme. We're gonna integrate it. And we can also change this particular section if we'd like. And there we go. Now that it's set up, let's take a look at the store. Here you can also see the sticky add to cart at the bottom. Really happy with the look of the site so far. Integrate it, and there we go. These are all the reviews that we have. All the additional social proof. We could additionally change up the star color if we'd like, but in my opinion, it looks pretty decent. Here again, the homepage done for you. And there we have it.
that's practically the entire Shopify store done. We're practically ready to launch. But before that, we obviously have to create creative so that we can actually present and drive traffic to our Shopify site. And that's the store that we managed to create. And don't forget about the giveaway, because if this video hits 1,200 likes, this store is going to belong to one of you guys. And all you have to do for the store is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and follow your boy on Instagram. That's it. That's how easy it is. And I mean, I'll be honest, a comment would be appreciated, what you liked in particular about the video, and also what other topics I should cover in future videos. We've created our website, we've chosen our product, and now it's time to move forward to start bringing in sales into our store via paid advertising. And in this video, we're going to be focusing on predominantly Facebook and also Instagram ads. Additional marketing and advertising methods could be, for example, Pinterest ads, TikTok ads, Snapchat ads, influencers, Google ads, just to name a few. But in this video, we're still going to be focusing in on the main and best advertising method still to this date, which is Facebook ads. And when talking about paid traffic and advertising, especially in terms of Facebook ads, you have to know 3 different creative types. Ad creative is, for example, the actual video footage that you can actually see when scrolling your feed. And that's practically the visual material that the actual potential customer sees, whether that's an image, carousel, or video. Those are the 3 main types. Image ads are best suited for very, very simple products, such as, for example, print-on-demand products, clothing items, or in general products that don't need a lot of additional explaining. Same thing applies with carousel ads if you want to show off many different benefits and highlights of a particular product that is still simple and straightforward. Carousel ads are fantastic, or alternatively, if you have a bigger variety of products that you want to promote. And video ads is going to be a focus of this particular video tutorial and course, because video ads in most cases are going to be the go-to way for dropshipping products, since a lot of these dropshipping products are fairly new, fairly recently on the market, and still a little bit confusing to their functionality and how we can actually present and promote these products. And through many different benefits that we can present, how to use this, etc., we're gonna need to explain our product a little bit more in depth, and that's why video ads come very much in handy and are going to be our go-to option in most cases. And video ads offer many different benefits that, for example, different ad creative types don't offer the same way, such as we can show facial emotions and reactions, we can really invoke emotions, we can catch the attention quickly, especially within the first 3 to 5 seconds. That's going to be very, very important to stop them from scrolling their feed. We can also present many benefits, line them up next to each other. We can add fitting visual materials, and we can actually get additional lookalike audiences based on people that have actually watched the video for a specific percentage, which isn't really possible with image or carousel ads. So we have many different benefits in comparison to the previously mentioned ones, but therefore image and carousel ads are much, much easier to create than video ads. Keep in mind, a good ad and a good creative is going to be an essential and vital part of your e-commerce business and advertising success. So we have to make sure that the video ad and the ad creative is as good as it can be. So therefore, let's talk about the perfect video structure for your video ad. So how do you create a good, fantastic, attention-grabbing video ad? Before we get into that part, we first have to determine what's the right structure, how we should sequence our video ad to get the best potential results. We want to start off with a hook. This should ideally act as the first attention-grabbing sequence so that the people stop scrolling from their feed and really actually watch what the video is approaching. Now, how we can do this is either by highlighting a pain point, a problem, and following up with a second step, which is going to be the solution, which in all cases is going to be our potential product. Then we move forward with benefit number 1, benefit number 2, and benefit 3. Then we want to move forward with the strongest benefit, how this product actually impacts and improves their life. Number 4 would be an additional benefit, and step 5 would be the third benefit. So we want to present the most enticing and most captivating benefits, how this product actually changes the customer's lives for the better. And step 6, you should ideally focus on adding some social proof, which is ideally going to be in form of massive amount of positive reviews. And number 7, we should end off the video ad with a strong CTA, a call to action for them to shop now and visit our store now, and ideally add a discount code at the end. So if you can follow this particular structure for every single video ad, you have good chances of seeing great results. But again, with video advertising and advertising in general, you're gonna have to test a lot of different variants, especially the first few seconds of your video clip. And this particular structure is perfectly suited for mainly problem-solving products. So in our case, this isn't 100% applicable with our Galaxy projector, but if you have a product such as the posture corrector, which is a go-to problem-solving product, this structure is absolutely fantastic. So now that we've prepared our perfect structure, we know how to put it together, now it's time to actually create the video ad. Creating video ads yourself can seem very, very overwhelming, especially if you don't know how to do this yet and you don't have the given skill set of editing video ads. So learning a brand new skill like Final Cut Pro, Adobe Premiere Pro, or any other additional video editing softwares is going to be a little bit more complex, and it's going to take you a few weeks to properly learn the skill. I'm saying that it is a fantastic skill to learn, most definitely, but there's a much easier way to do so, and that is going to be by using the online platform Ofeo. Ofeo is a fantastic beginner-friendly service for video editing, and I like to compare it to Canva, but in comparison to the photo editing and photo retouching, it is more dedicated to video ad creation. So it's perfect for us, especially if you have low skills when it comes to dropshipping ad creation and you don't really know how to edit videos properly. We have many different branded templates that we can use and create individually. We have unlimited assets to use. It's very easy to use. We'll walk through the live tutorial in just a second. We'll create a live video ad together, and it's just super easy to use, super practical. And the great thing is it only costs $19 per month, which is an absolute steal in my opinion for such a fantastic service. And you get all of these different benefits right here on screen. If you want to read up on them, you can pause the video right now. So once you've created your account, this is what you're going to be greeted by, and we're going to click create a new video. Then you have three choices. You can go with Smart Create, Branded Templates, Designer Templates, or alternatively start from an empty canvas, which is going to be the one that we're choosing, but we'll browse the different templates just to give you guys a better understanding of what kind of templates you can actually expect. So with three different types right now from different templates that we can choose: YouTube format, so 1920 by 1080 for social media posts, and IG stories, which is also going to be very practical if you want to only run IG stories. We're going to be using this particular format by default for all our video ads and also content, with the exception of stories only. So if you want extra dedicated and created story content, you're gonna have to click on this. But let's take a look at what social media post content and branded templates that they have. So here we already see a massive screen of so many different templates that we can use. And if we hover over one of these designs, we can already see a predetermined template as a preview. And as you guys can see, we have over 6 pages, probably even more, of potential templates that you can just practically change up to your products. And it's very easy to set up these. So these are going to be a fantastic option for you to create simple retargeting gifts or also videos for people that are already familiar with your brand and have interacted with it in some shape or form. But more on that later. But for this instance and for this video, I want to show you how easy it is to create a video ad by using Ofeo. So we're going to click on create a new video, start from an empty canvas, and we're gonna go with social media post. And here you see we have a very similar format to Canva actually. So if you're already familiar how to use Canva, this is gonna be super easy to get you started as well. We have many different headings and titles that we can already use by default. We can also go under designs and reuse these templates that we've just taken a look at. We have many different graphics that we can start using in our videos. We have many different overlays that we can use, effects, so many different options for you to create a fantastic video ad for you if you'd like. We have additional stock videos, photos, masks, etc. So many different assets and options that we can use to make our video extraordinary. Also, if you want to use a background image, a background pattern, or background videos to make sure that your ad stands out a little bit more. You also have so many different song options that you can practically use to underline your whole track. And also you can upload your own content, so for your own products, if you already have some given clips that you want to put together, which is our particular case. So I'm gonna go ahead and upload all the videos. Then once you upload a first part, and you can practically drag and drop it, shorten the video if you'd like within this particular screen already. Your perfect video ad should be ideally between 15 and 45 seconds, especially since this product is super straightforward. A lot of people are already familiar how this product works. We're just planning on creating a short and snappy video for them so that they know, okay, what is this product about? We want to catch their attention. That's what we're gonna be creating within here. So we're gonna upload all these different videos. And all we have to do once the videos are uploaded is simply drag over this video and place it right here. And once you've uploaded, you can practically drag and drop it and make it bigger, smaller, however you'd like it. And we're gonna obviously make it true to size. So this is 1080 times 1080. And we can also extend or shorten the scene duration at the bottom depending how long our video is. And if we want to go a little bit further, we can click on timeline editor. We're gonna use the next clip, drag it over. We're gonna make it true to size, and then we're gonna readjust the framing so that it continues as the next sequence. So we can see it transitions like this. We're gonna turn off the sound for both of them, and we're gonna overlay an additional sound afterwards. So this is clip 1 and 2. Then we're gonna continue with clip 3. and we're gonna drag it over here as well. So this is how it is currently. So as you can see, it's super easy to do all this. Now we're gonna continue with all the additional video clips, and once I've dragged and positioned them all correctly, then I'll see you guys back with the additional retouches. So now that we've uploaded all the different clips and we've arranged them properly, we could theoretically start from front. This is how we're looking like, short and snappy clips. And we can show off all the different functionalities. It's very fast paced and keeps the attention going of the actual customer. And we can actually end the scene at 12 seconds. That's how long we're gonna make the video, 12 seconds long. It's short, snappy, but it definitely does the job for this particular product. And in my opinion, this particular scene should be first. So all you have to do is simply drag and drop it down, and then rearrange this, drag it to the front, and then reposition all the video ads again in a different fashion. So as you can see, it's super simple to rearrange everything, and this just seems like a better logical fit. This is the scroll stopper that we have, and it transitions everything much better. Now that we've created that part, we can now start putting in additional text. So we're gonna add text at this particular part. Simply click on text, and you can choose from any one of these, or alternatively, you can add a heading right there. Double click it, it's super easy to use. We're gonna go with transform your room. We're gonna select all of this, center align it. It's very easy and straightforward to use. We're gonna change the color of this to white so that it stands out better. And you have all these different fonts to choose from. We're gonna keep it congruent with our fonts across the board. Since we have pop-ins for all our other fonts, we're gonna make it bold. You could also add additional effects in if you'd like a text shadow, but that doesn't really make sense for us. You can put it on a black background like that, but we want to keep it transparent. So if you want to do it you could have an overlay like this. So as you can see, it's very easy to use. If you would have a different clip, you could also round it off. You can change the height, the width of the actual box. You could have a drop shadow on it, but for us, again, it doesn't make sense since it's already dark in the background. You could add a blur, reflection, or ground shadow. So many different options that you can use. And we're gonna simply realign it in the middle. And then we want to obviously make it a lot smaller so it only is for this particular clip. Let's see how that looks. We're actually gonna drag and drop this particular clip over this one since I want it right here. And you can also add in additional animations. You could add animations by line, by word, or by letter. You can see how it looks like right here. Let's see how it looks. That just gives it a little bit more dynamic. You could also alternatively have it fade out in the second sequence, which is pretty cool. So let's see how that looks. And that gives the video ad a little bit more of a dynamic to it, or alternatively, you can just simply switch it off. Now I've covered all the main parts that you need to know how to use Ofeo. Now I'm gonna fast forward this video ad, and then I'll see you guys back with the end result. So once you're done creating your video ad with Ofeo, you simply click on download video, and then it gets exported. I'm personally not the greatest at editing my own video ads, and I honestly don't even edit them anymore myself, as I've been able to see much better results by outsourcing video ad creation to proven experts. And in this case, my go-to guys are top-notch ads. Their video ads never disappoint and always produce high quality, fantastic, attention-grabbing video ads that really provide fantastic results for my ad performance. Outsourcing video ad creation can bring a lot of benefits, and to name a few would be outsourcing another task so you can focus on other additional tasks within your business. Video ad creation is done by professional editors and also dropshippers. There is also no need to search for video clips anymore, which really is a huge pain in the ass. And they also take care of script writing for us, which is a fantastic service. They offer one video ad for $39.95, 3 video ads for $99.95, 5 for $149, and they also offer a split testing package, which I'd say is even my favorite, for $59.95, which is unbeatable value. What I really love about them, if you've been following my channel for a little bit longer, I love to experiment with different marketing platforms, and the fantastic part of top-notch ads is they offer these particular services for each dedicated platform, such as Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, and also Pinterest. Process of how to order and get a video ad is super simple. You just simply choose the package, give on all your details, and then you will receive your ad done and ready to launch within 1 to 3 business days. And you always have free additional revisions if anything wasn't up to your standard. So I highly recommend you outsource your video ad creation. And if you plan to do so, go ahead and try out top-notch ads. And from my experience, this is by far the highest yielding ROI, your return on investment on your business, that you can make, because testing an abundance of creatives is an essential part of your e-commerce success. We're moving forward swiftly, and now we're finally ready to launch our products via Facebook ads. Currently, still the best option to advertise your products is going to be via Facebook and also Instagram ads. And I know it can be very, very overwhelming if you've never run Facebook ads in your life before. All these numbers, all these statistics, all these things to take a look at. I know I felt the same way when I originally started back in 2017. But don't worry, I'm here to guide you through the whole process. Facebook ads is quite the lengthy and complex topic, and it's practically going to be impossible to cover it throughout this whole course video. That's why it deserves a separate video, and that's why I already created one, and you'll be able to find it in one of the top corners in this video. So once you're done with this video and you want to find out a little bit more about Facebook ads, I highly recommend you check one of these out. So in this video, I'll walk you through the entire process live of how to actually get started with Facebook ads, how to install your Facebook pixel, and also how to start your actual Facebook ads testing. So that if you follow this particular section outlined in this video, that should be more than enough to get you started and get your very first sales coming in through Facebook ads. But the testing part with Facebook ads is only the start and merely scratches the surface. We can go so much more in depth as I've done in the mentioned video. In the video dedicated to Facebook ads, I cover everything so much more in depth. How Facebook ads work, how to read data correctly, how to scale your ads. We go into lookalike audiences, retargeting, and how you can hit and scale past these $1,000 days. So if you need additional information about Facebook ads, I highly recommend you check that video out. But now let's talk about my testing strategy for Facebook ads in terms of dropshipping and also e-commerce. With the initial testing phase, our goal is not necessarily to become profitable right off the bat, whereas that would be nice. That's not our main intention. Our main intention, as is within the name, testing phase, we want to test out, first of all, is our product a viable option? Is there demand for it? What are the potential winning and interested audiences in our product? And also, which creatives have the best performance? So we want to test audience, product, and creatives. On top of that, we also want to collect more data and build up our pixel, because further down the line, with the more data we manage to collect, the more accurate our advertising will be, the more accurate the Facebook pixel becomes, and the less work we actually have to do, and we can practically start running our ads on autopilot once we have built up enough data. And that's really where Facebook ads become really, really easy and where it is practically scaling season. And my testing strategy is simple yet effective. For those of you that don't know, Facebook ads is divided into campaigns, ad sets, and ads. On the campaign level, we determine what kind of campaign objective we choose, and in pretty much all the cases we're going to go with conversions. Here are all the campaign objectives that we can choose, and on this stage we can also decide whether we want to go with CBOs or not. The second part is where we choose who we want to present the products to, so the actual target audience, the gender, the location, and also interests, and also the ages of our demographic. On top of that, we also choose the placements, the budget and schedule, and also what kind of conversion event we want to choose. Here's how my testing strategy is set up. We have one single campaign based on conversion, and then you have 7 to 10 different ad sets within that campaign, all testing one single interest. That is the only criteria that is different between all these 7 different ad sets. And then within each 7 ad sets, we have 2 to 3 different ad creatives that we want to test out, all differentiating within one factor, whether that is the first sentence of the ad copy, the entire ad copy, the scroll stopper, or the entire ad creative. So the outline and the strategy is super, super simple. The budget for each individual ad set and for the entire campaign, I recommend going with at least $10 per ad set. So that means if we're running 7 different ad sets per day, that means we're spending $70 on a daily basis. Yes, you can do at a smaller budget, but for that, I highly recommend you only do that for products that are priced under $35. The goal is to let our products run for 3 to 4 days before evaluating it and seeing which audience is actually most receptive and most interested into our products before moving forward to other stages such as lookalike audiences and scaling these additional interests, a topic that I covered a little bit more in depth in the Facebook ads video. And there are so many different testing strategies out there, and a lot of them work. Something that a lot of people get wrong, that there isn't really a secret testing strategy out there. The 2 main components that are most important for your ad success are going to be A, your product, and B, your ad creative. If one of these or even both of them work well together, then you're going to see some great success with your advertising. The very first thing that we need to do before actually setting up our campaign is, first of all, installing our Facebook ads pixel to our Shopify site. For this, we simply head on over to Online Store, Preferences, and scroll all the way down to Facebook pixel. Then we click on Set Up Facebook. You'll have to install the Facebook app and add it as a sales channel. And then you'll have to go through each of these steps individually by connecting a Facebook ad account, selecting the business manager, select the designated ad account, select one of the already existing Facebook pages or creating an additional one, enable customer sharing data, and also choose your Facebook ad targeting country, which in our case is going to be US. Choose the country that you're mainly going to be presenting your offer to. and accept the terms and conditions. Once you've done that, you simply click on finish setup and the Facebook ad pixel has been installed correctly. The Facebook pixel is one of the most important parts in terms of advertising because the Facebook pixel tracks every single activity that is performed on your site and measures performance of your ad creatives and also builds up more data so that you're going to be more accurate in terms of advertising, and it's going to be a much better performance further down the line. Now we're ready to set up our Facebook ads live together. To get started, we simply want to click on create ad or create right here. It doesn't really matter. We're going to click right here. And then first of all, we want to choose our campaign objective. We have awareness campaigns, we have consideration campaigns, and we have conversion campaigns. I'd say in 90% of the time, we're always going to be going with conversion campaigns, especially starting off. Here you can name your campaign already, and also ad sets and ad. We're gonna name this testing ABO instead of CBO because we're determining the budget of the actual campaign on the ad set level instead of on the campaign level, which would be CBO instead. We're gonna name this ad set, which I always go with the actual interest name. This is gonna be interest 1 for now, and also the ad name. I'm gonna call it ad 1 since it's gonna be the first ad variant. Then we're gonna click on continue, and then we're greeted by this particular menu. As already mentioned, Facebook ads is divided in 3 different steps: the campaign level, the ad set level, and also the ad level. On the campaign level, we don't have to set up many things unless you would go with a CBO campaign where you would set up the daily or lifetime budget. But for this instance, for the testing strategy, we're going to be relying on ABO because this gives you a better performance and an evenly distributed budget across all your different interests to give each individual interest a fair chance of proving themselves. Then we're moving forward to the next step, which is going to be our very first interest. We want to start off by choosing our conversion event, and we're always going to be going with purchases. This way we're telling Facebook to optimize and find potential customers for us. On the side, you'll also see the audience definition with our potential reach and our reach based on our conversion window, which is currently 7-day click and 1-day view. You have also the option to enable dynamic creatives and also offers. For the daily budget, as already mentioned, we're going to be going with $10 per day, and we're going to set the start day always to 12 a.m. for the next day. Next up, we're going to choose the actual audience who we want to present our offer to. We're going to start off by locations. There are many different options and locations you can actually choose from. Either you go with worldwide, with a few exceptions of a few third world countries where it's not really advised to target to because their financial situation isn't as good as in comparison to a market like the US. Alternatively, you can go with the top 4 countries, which is usually my preference. So that would be US, Canada, UK, and Australia. Or you can somewhat combine the two and go with the top 4 countries plus a few additional very well English speaking countries within the European market, and potentially Singapore, South Korea, and a few of those countries. So we're going to be setting up the top 4 countries for this: the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, and Australia. And we're going to remove Germany. You can also choose people living or recently in this location. We're going to choose people living in this location for now. You can also change the specific age range, but if the product isn't super focused on one specific age demographic, I would leave it as is, or even better, set it up to 20 to 65 plus, but our product is more towards the younger demographic, and I don't really see 65-year-olds and up really being interested in this particular product. We're actually going to limit it to 18 to 55 because potentially parents might be interested in buying this for their children. This would be a perfect example of a perfect product fitting to a demographic, for instance, TikTok ads and also Snapchat ads. I would also leave all genders on by default unless you're promoting a product that is only fitted to a specific type of demographic, like for instance, if you're promoting pregnancy products. Detailed target expansion, I'm going to tick this off for now since we only want to target specific audiences for now, but this is going to be important when actually scaling your interest. And for detailed targeting, this is where we choose our very first interest that we want to present things to. This is also a question that I get asked very often. What interest would you target for this particular product? To hopefully answer this question once and for all, there really is no right or wrong answer here. Use your common sense, use your common knowledge, and just thinking of potential interest that this product would relate to. Like for instance, this is a product that blew up on TikTok, and we're gonna go with TikTok for an interest. And then from there on, to choose and find additional more interests to test, you can simply click on suggestions and try out a bunch of these interests. There really is no way to know which interest is going to perform best before actually going forward and testing it first. So you see all these different potential interests suggested at the bottom would all be ones to test out. I would try out Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, Facebook, online shopping, social media, WhatsApp, Messenger, Pinterest, Google, Netflix, Spotify, shopping and fashion, viral video, live stream. All these are potential options to test out, and that's the beauty of testing. You can test out so many different interests and give them all a fair shot before moving forward and testing additional products, creatives, or interests. You could also exclude a few potential interests that wouldn't be interested in your product, or for example, to prevent people from seeing it that are interested in Shopify, AliExpress, or dropshipping. The reason behind this is to simply try and hide our ads from potential competitors. If you're also choosing to go with worldwide, I would recommend adding the languages in right here. Aside from that, I always recommend going with automatic placements, as does Facebook, because this way we're not limiting Facebook's chances of presenting our product to many potential audiences. And you don't have to touch anything here. Here you could also change the attribution setting, but we're gonna stick with 7-day click and 1-day view. That's it for the ad set setup. Now we move forward to the actual ad setup. Here you would choose your actual Facebook page to connect it, your Instagram account if you have one, and here you would set up your actual ad. You could choose with a single image, carousel by adding all these different images down below, or a collection. For this, we're going to be obviously setting up a single image or video. We're going to add the video, upload it. Under primary text, this would be our main ad copy. For this, I would recommend a hook sentence to really catch them off guard. Then adding your benefit 1, benefit 2, and benefit 3 of your actual product, and ending it off with a strong CTA, which would be accompanied by your link right here. If you follow this simple strategy and this simple outline for your ad copy, that should bring you decent results. Additional ad copy ideas would be to experiment with the hook, also experiment with adding in testimonials or focus only on testimonial ad copies. You can also add an additional headline and description, which are both optional. They aren't 100% necessary and won't be the biggest conversion drivers since they're not displayed on every single advertising method. For the website URL, here you should always link your product page and not your home page, because we obviously want to drive our customers to our product page to eliminate the amount of steps from them actually clicking on our ad and also purchasing our product, instead of navigating them to our homepage and leaving them all confused where they can actually purchase our product. So we're going to put that in right here. And if the link isn't as aesthetically pleasing, you can simply just change your display link to what you want it to be. So if you would have a domain, it would be galaxyglower.com. And here you can choose the CTA, either go with learn more or shop now. For the headline, you could try out something simple like 5 out of 5 stars, or add a simple review, or like 50% off, worldwide shipping. Those kind of things are quite suited for the headline, or something more emotional like a testimonial, something snappy, or a simple hook right here could definitely do the job very well. And once you're done creating your ad, you can simply click on publish right here, and then your ad will get published. Once your ad has been published, we simply want to click on this menu on the side on the 3 dots next to add, change it to a second ad. Here, the only factor that we would change would either be the hook, one of the benefits, the whole structure of the ad copy, or change the entire video. That would be our second ad creative. Then we would do this once more by quickly duplicating this and changing again one of these particular criteria and name it ad 3. This way we're split testing all these different ad variations to see which of them can bring us the best potential performance. Key criteria to look out for when determining your best creative are going to be your CTR, your click-through rate. So for example, if 1,000 people actually see your ad, how many people of them actually click on your ad? So let's say 30 people click on this ad, then you have a 3% CTR. Another important criteria to look at is CPC, so cost per click. How much does it cost for you to drive a customer to your site and click on your ad? This should ideally be under $1.50. Everything above that is going to be tricky to make it profitable unless you're dealing with high profit margins and a high ticket product. CPM is also a very important part to break down and take a look at. Anything above $25 is also going to be tricky to make profitable. So ideally, on average, your CPM should be anywhere between $5 to $25. Once you've set that up, you're going to review and publish this once more. And now all you have to do is simply click on duplicate on one of these interests, select original campaign. And if we want to go with 7 total ad sets to test out, we're going to add 6 additional copies. If we would want to go for 10, for example, we would add 9 additional copies. But since we have 7 interests, we're going to go with 6 additional copies to have a total of 7 interests to test for us. Now we would change the interest accordingly and rename them based on the interest. So for our example, interest 1 was TikTok, and let's select one of these, and our second interest would be, for example, YouTube. We would scroll down and change the detailed targeting by selecting one of the suggestions and selecting YouTube and removing TikTok. This would give us a potential reach of 78 million people. Then we would do the same process and select a different interest for each individual audience group. We would select Instagram, rename it accordingly so that we actually know which interest performs best for us. And with Instagram, we would have a potential reach of 96 million, which is a fantastic reach, especially looking towards long term. This gives us a lot of possibilities to scale it really, really high. And then you would continue the process until you have 7 to 10 different interests that you want to test out. And then you would let your ads run for 2 to 3 to even 4 days and then evaluate the performance to see which of them actually showed some buying intent. So that would be how many add to carts were there, if any, how many initiated checkouts were there, and if there were any purchases. After letting your ads run for at least 3 days, you should at least have a few purchases coming in. If not, then that means you have to change something up, whether it's the entire creative, your product, or your actual landing page. But if you want to find out more about Facebook ads, how to interpret data, and also scale your winning campaigns and what to look out for when it comes to Facebook ads, I highly recommend once more to check out the video tutorial fully focused on Facebook ads. This is everything that you need to know to get started testing your Facebook ads and to get in your very first sales via Facebook. That's the very first sale. Now, what is the next step? We obviously have to fulfill our products so that the customer actually receives what they purchased from us. Now, fulfillment, dropshipping times can be a very, very stressful part and probably one of the biggest downfalls of this whole dropshipping business model. And so for this, I'll give you the 3 best options real quick of how you should start off by fulfilling your orders very, very simply. And if you want a little bit more of an in-depth video, as I've already previously mentioned, I've created a video separately dedicated on this topic, but nonetheless, I'm gonna give you a rundown of how you should get started with fulfilling your orders, the 3 best options that I personally rely on and my students rely on when they're starting off. So what are the best potential fulfillment partners with the fastest shipping times? Number 1, Oberlo. Now, the good thing is that Oberlo also offers bulk fulfillment methods. So this is probably the easiest way for you to get started when you're getting a few orders in on a daily basis, but you haven't managed to cross the 20 order per day mark, where you would be potentially looking out to switch fulfillment partners, maybe go to a bigger brand like a third-party logistics company, or alternatively a private agent. To start things off, you're going to be probably fulfilling from apps such as Oberlo. The great thing is once you're getting maybe like 10, 12 orders per day, you no longer need to fulfill these orders manually, and you can simply click on bulk order fulfill, and then all of the orders will be placed automatically. And so that's by far going to be the easiest option to get you started when actually selling your product. So if you're dealing with very few orders on a daily basis so far, that would be my recommended starting point. Alternatively, the second one is one that not a lot of other people and other gurus really talk about, is going forward and messaging AliExpress suppliers individually, asking them if they could first of all present you a better offer, second of all present you better shipping times, and just make better deals with the actual supplier directly. So my recommendation is to find as many different potential AliExpress suppliers selling this exact product, which shouldn't be a problem with our particular product. Inquire if they have better pricing for you, if you can provide them a consistent stream of orders, also if they have better shipping options, maybe even if they have a private agent contact that they prefer working with, and that would be an easy way to find a private agent to work with. And also you can get much cheaper pricing if you make deals with them instead of ordering through the normal AliExpress supplier link. But do keep in mind, not every single supplier will respond or will be interested in your inquiry. But if we approach this from a power perspective, and we can get and maintain a consistent amount of orders, they'd be foolish to decline our business, since at the end of the day, they also want to make money, as do we. And the more business and the more orders we can drive to them, the happier both of us are going to be, obviously. So if you have a consistent stream of orders and you can prove that, they're probably not going to refuse your offer. For example, if we take a look at this potential supplier and many more like this one, we'll just open them real quick. What we can do now is that once we've opened the AliExpress link, we can simply click on contact right here and then message the supplier individually. And personally, I always use this default template that you see on screen. This is a template that everyone inside the paid program, whether it's the video course or the actual mentoring program, receives and starts using. This is just one of many plug and play templates, sheets, and checklists that are available within the program. And this one is a pretty good one. Hello friend, I was looking at your profile and wanted to explore the possibility of working together with you to source a product for my e-commerce business. I'm currently doing X amount of orders per day. Obviously, if you can provide 20 plus orders per day, that's good. And also, if you're not doing 20 plus orders per day yet, and you're getting a few here and there, I would still recommend to round up the number a little bit higher, just to first of all see if they would actually be willing to cooperate with you. And I'm looking for a long-term supplier to fulfill orders for the store, as well as potentially other stores in the future. This way you show we're gonna bring them consistent business, and we also might bring them additional business in the future to be a fantastic business partner. Then also ask a few important questions. I had a few questions about your service. What are the minimum orders that you will accept? What sort of pricing do you offer my product? What types of shipping lines and speeds do you offer? Inquiring if they have any faster shipping methods at the moment. If they have WhatsApp, Skype, or other channels of communication that you use just to maintain faster communication, because through AliExpress, chatting always through there is going to be quite tricky and quite annoying actually. What is your processing time for orders? We want them to ship out the products ASAP, not keep our customers waiting. What is your return and refund policy if the product arrives damaged or doesn't get sent at all? We want to see if they have something there. And how fast is your shipping time to these countries, in brackets, your countries. So whether you're going with the top 4 markets, European only, or for one particular country, maybe only US, you would put it in brackets right there. I'm looking forward to hearing from you, and then kind regards your name. And if this course video hits 1,200 likes, I know it's a big goal, but I will be sharing all the sheets that I've used in this video free for you to download in the description down below. So once this video hits 1,200 likes, all these sheets are going to get shared, plus an additional bonus for you guys. What that is, you have to just wait and get excited for. So better crush that like button so that you guys get some extra more value throughout this video. So what we're gonna do is simply use this plug and play template sheet and practically message them right here. So we're gonna type it out, kind regards Vilius, and then my target main countries are going to be the top 4 countries in this regard, which are USA, Canada, Australia, and UK. We're also gonna write 20 plus orders per day, and then practically send this out. And what we can now do is practically go out and message as many different suppliers as we can. So this supplier also looks like he's selling the same product, so we could do the same thing, reach out to them and message them with the exact template once more. And as already mentioned, this is going to be a numbers game as well, so you're gonna have to message multiple different suppliers to have a few decent responses, and then you can compare them side by side and also leverage the offers that you're getting so that you can say, okay, this one offers me this particular product, which for us is priced at $45, let's say $40, and the other one is coming here for $42. So you could take this offer for $40 and try to bring down the one for $42 if he has faster shipping times, and negotiate with the two. Absolutely, one of my favorite services to outsource fulfillment to is going to be eProlo. eProlo offers fantastic services and great shipping times and also prices to not only US, Canada, but also to any given market that you want to send out your products to, whether it's the European market, whether it's South Korea, whether it's Australia, UK, it's all included. The great thing is that they're entirely free to begin with, and that's one of the huge benefits if you want to start off with an already reliable and fantastic logistics partner. Free dropshipping suppliers for Shopify, WooCommerce, and eBay stores. Here you could basically take a look at a quick video of them, and what they work as is practically a sourcing agent from China. So you have a direct contact and a middleman between us and also supplier working in our favor. They offer product sourcing, inventory management, quality control, packaging, shipping, and customer service. And they have many different products that you can actually choose from their variety that you can start importing and using for your very own start. This is going to be a fantastic option to begin with because first of all, it's free. Second of all, fast and cheap pricing. So these guys are going to be an excellent option to begin with. And these 3 methods are definitely going to be more than enough to get you started with your initial first sales and get your track record going, and also accelerate your whole fulfillment and shipping process so that you can automate your entire store process, which is the exact next step that we're going to transition to within this video. And if you want some additional fulfillment options, if you're dealing with 20 plus orders per day, definitely check out the previously referenced video where I dedicated an entire video of how to find 3 to 5 business day suppliers for your own dropshipping business. Let's be honest, no one really wants to spend their entire free time the entire day working on their Shopify store, fulfilling orders, and also answering annoying customer support emails. So that's why it's going to be very important, as soon as possible, start outsourcing specific areas of your Shopify business so that you can actually focus on the aspects of your business that are going to make you money and actually bring your business to the next level, which is either going to be scaling your business, working on different marketing techniques, or alternatively already testing new products and building new stores. Because these particular tasks will not only limit your free time, but also cause you unnecessary stress. So that's why automating your business is going to be a very crucial aspect of building and scaling your e-commerce business that you should start as soon as humanly possible. Obviously, in early stages where you're only getting maybe 2, 3 to 10 orders per day, that shouldn't be too difficult. But once you start scaling past those 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 order days, then you need to start outsourcing these particular tasks in the first place. The 3 main aspects that you should start outsourcing as soon as you can are going to be fulfillment, which we've already talked about, and the other two very important ones are going to be customer support and also accounting. So let's start off with customer support. There are many different alternatives and ways how you can actually outsource customer support, but the easiest way to get started is going to be by heading over to Fiverr. Fiverr offers a wide variety of virtual assistants that are actually offering customer support for unbeatable prices. So if we would type in virtual assistant Shopify, we could see a bunch of different virtual assistants that could be handy for other areas of your business so that you can outsource these additionally. Like, let's take a look at this one in particular before you actually take a look at customer support individually. And he would do any type of virtual assistant work for 26 euros per hour. I think that's going to be $30. And he'll practically help you run your day-to-day business, which can be and will be very, very useful so that you can focus on other projects and also other dropshipping stores. You can take care of store management and take care of all these different areas. And if you're curious in this particular aspect, I recommend you browse yourself for this regard. But if we want to take a look at for customer support Shopify, then we'll see a lot of different customer support reps that we can actually reach out to and start working with. Here you can see many different customer support reps that can actually take care of it for a super cheap rate. Like, let's take a look at this one for an instance. This one is absolutely crazy. Yeah, you pay €4.34, which is going to be $5 for 40 hours of work. I mean, think about that. That's insane. So we practically get a lot back from this, but obviously you'd have to test if the quality is actually good, but for $5, you really can't do much wrong. And looking at the reviews, these are absolutely fantastic. Think about it. Outsourcing all of your emails, all of your customer support, Instagram messages, Facebook comments, all taken care of by customer support for only $5 for 40 hours of work. That's practically unbeatable. This way, you not only save a lot of time, but you also save a lot of stressful notifications and also responses. So once you have set up a few templates for your customer support, then it's practically very easy to outsource and delegate this particular area of work. Two alternative options that I also recommend aside from Fiverr are going to be onlinejobs.ph and also upwork.com. They also have a wide variety of great customer support reps. Moving forward to another very important part of your business, not only when it comes to e-commerce, but any given business model, is going to be accounting and taxes. And this is a particular question that I receive quite often, is how do I actually handle my taxes? When do I have to start filing taxes? How do I report taxes? How do I collect bills, etc.? All these different questions and concerns hold back a lot of dropshipping beginners from actually starting their business as a whole because they're overwhelmed by the whole taxes and also accounting situation. Now, I know that accounting and taxes can seem very daunting and overwhelming to begin with. Believe me, I know I was the same way beforehand. But first of all, I have to also preface that I am no way, shape, or form allowed to give you financial or tax or accounting advice, and I'm not trying to within this video, because your entire tax situation is going to be majorly different than my particular tax situation, since I live in Germany and I'm going to have entirely different regulations than someone that would be in South Africa, England, or USA. So when it comes to taxes and accounting and dropshipping, you should only really worry about that once you're actually getting a consistent stream of orders. What I mean by that is maybe like 5, 10, 20 orders per day. Then you should start looking out for experts, so obviously accountants within the e-commerce field. Now, there aren't as many e-commerce accountants, but there's one fantastic option out there that my students heavily rely on when it comes to accounting and taxes for e-commerce. And the best option for that is going to be Ozone. They're hands down the best option when it comes to this, especially within the EU and UK market, as they take care of all your accounting, all your taxes, all your invoices, all your bills, so that you do not have to worry about this particular aspect anymore, and you could focus on different areas which can drive your business so much further, as already mentioned, marketing, etc., all these different aspects, so that you do not have to worry about accounting, taxes, as this is fully taken care of proper professionals and experts when it comes to this. Ozone is a super easy platform to use, and if you guys need some actual tax advice and are looking for a potential accountant, I highly recommend Ozone. Just simply schedule a demo for free and ask and inquire. Even if you just need some additional help and you aren't even looking for an accountant, they're gonna help you out regardless. They're fantastic when it comes to that. They help out with e-commerce accounting, accounting and taxation, and also company formation. So they really handle a lot of different aspects. They're always there, zero paperwork is needed. They're a one-stop shop, and they offer the e-commerce accounting package for £145. You'll see the rough conversion rate for both euros and also US dollars on screen. And for this, you get a personal accountant and bookkeeper, merchant fee separation, daily bookkeeping, annual management reports, corporate tax return, and also confirmation statement filing. Seems overwhelming, seems like a lot to take in, I know, but that's why these guys are taking care of it for you. And these guys absolutely kill it for my students, and these guys should help you out immensely if you're struggling with this particular aspect. So those are the main areas that you should start outsourcing sourcing as soon as you can and as soon as you find it necessary, which should be around the 20+ order per day mark, even earlier if you can handle the cash flow. And that's a wrap for the free course video for you. This is literally everything that you need to get started with dropshipping in 2021. If you follow every single step that I covered thoroughly throughout this video, you should have no problems at all getting your Shopify store off the ground and getting your first sales in no time. And hopefully you guys did enjoy the video, as I put a lot of time and effort into it. So if you guys could return the favor, like, subscribe, and comment down below, that would mean a lot to me. And obviously I can only cover so much when it comes to dropshipping, e-commerce. There are so many smaller sub-niches and sub-topics that are going to be relevant when it comes to actually setting up your store and scaling it beyond just a few sales on a daily basis. And there's so much that you can actually go into depth into each individual topic, let alone product research, store creation, and Facebook ads, and many more. I literally only scratched the surface throughout this video, but it is definitely more than enough to get you started and then your very first sales. And if that sounds appealing to you, I also have a paid program, which is entirely optional to you. It is by far the best program out there on the market, with over 24 hours of footage, over 110 videos, and over 10 modules covering literally every single topic. Super in depth. There's many more videos and modules to come, releasing in the next month of March actually. In that program, I cover everything so much more in depth, including email marketing, SMS marketing, branding, store automation, and also an entire module, practically could even be a course on print on demand. And the feedback has been exceptional so far. So if you really want to take this business model seriously, cut your learning curve, and get those results much quicker, then this is the exact right thing for you. And to celebrate the release of this video, I'm actually going to be giving you guys a $100 discount for the paid program right now. The price will be increased with the next drop, which is going to be in March. So now's your chance, your once in a lifetime chance to get it at this discounted price point. But of course, I'm not forcing you to buy this paid program. This free video course is definitely enough to get you started. But if you're really dedicated to make this work and to make 2021 your year, this course is the right thing for you. And it's going to be a lot more in depth, and I'm excited to see you inside if you decide to take this opportunity. Aside from that, let me know what other topics you want me to cover on this YouTube channel. I'm excited to hear from you guys, and that wraps up this particular video for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Put a lot of time and effort into it, but you guys are worth it. You guys deserve it, and thank you guys for watching this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.